Today, we are diving into one of the most influential stories in technology right now, the story of Sam Altman, the leader of OpenAI. He's the man behind ChatGPT, the system that reshaped how the world thinks about artificial intelligence. In 2026, the vision is even bigger. Sam speaks about AI with near-perfect memory, systems that remember the details of your life, personal agents that manage your email and music seamlessly, new models scoring at extremely high intelligence levels, and OpenAI expanding deeply into business tools. Artificial intelligence is no longer just answering questions. It is preparing to organize your entire day. Many people already rely on AI for date ideas, workout plans, and daily decisions. The shift has already begun. Hey friends, welcome back to our another English shadowing exercise. I'm Nathan with you. So, to get value from this exercise, you must practice, not just listen. Listen carefully. Pause when you need to. Try to repeat each sentence out loud. The sentences in this story are kept simple and clear, so they're easier to follow and shadow as you listen. Don't stress about being perfect. Progress comes from repetition, not perfection. So let's start. April 22nd, 1985. Chicago, Illinois. Samuel Harris Altman is born. His family later moves to the suburbs of St. Louis, Missouri. His father works in real estate. His mother is a physician. Sam grows up as the oldest of 4 children in a supportive household. From an early age, he is fascinated by numbers and computers. He constantly asks how things work and why they exist. At 8 years old, his parents buy him a Macintosh SE computer. That machine becomes his world. He explores AOL chat rooms, connects with strangers online, and begins teaching himself how to code. For a child in the 1990s, it feels like stepping into the future. Technology is not just entertainment for him. It is connection. It is possibility. He attends John Burroughs School in St. Louis. He is intelligent, slightly reserved, but ambitious. At 16, he comes out to his parents as gay. In the Midwest, during that time, it requires courage. There are difficult moments at school, but he transforms them into resilience. He begins questioning systems, traditions, and limitations. After graduating high school, Sam enrolls at Stanford University to study computer science. It is the classic path for future tech leaders. But in 2005, he chooses a different direction. With 2 classmates, he launches a startup called Looped. Social media is still young. Facebook is expanding. Twitter is just beginning. Looped allows friends to share their location securely. It is an early attempt at something that later becomes standard. There is no app store yet. Smartphones are limited. Distribution is complicated. Sam leaves Stanford after 2 years to focus entirely on Looped. Y Combinator funds the company in its earliest days. Sequoia Capital invests as well. At its peak, Looped reaches a valuation of $175 million. However, user growth never matches expectations. In 2012, Looped is sold for $43 million. It is not a historic exit, but for a 27-year-old founder, it is significant. The experience positions Sam inside the core of Silicon Valley. Paul Graham, founder of Y Combinator, sees something unusual in him. Looped had been one of Y Combinator's first funded companies in 2005. In 2011, Sam joins Y Combinator as a part-time partner. He mentors founders, refines strategy, and earns trust. In 2014, Paul Graham steps back. Sam Altman becomes president of Y Combinator at just 29 years old. The organization has already produced companies like Airbnb, Dropbox, Reddit, and Stripe. Now Sam is helping shape the next generation of startups. Those who know him describe him as calm but intensely focused. He appears relaxed, yet highly strategic. He also has unusual interests. He collects fast cars, including multiple McLarens and an early Tesla. He flies rented planes across California. He prepares for worst-case global scenarios. He openly discusses risks such as engineered viruses, geopolitical conflict, and artificial intelligence surpassing human control. To him, the probability of extreme events is never zero. In 2012, while hiking north of San Francisco, a realization strikes him. Human intelligence is not as exceptional as it feels. Machines could replicate and eventually exceed it. He later describes humans as learning only a few bits of information per second, while machines process knowledge at massive scale. That moment changes his direction. Instead of avoiding artificial intelligence, he decides to help shape it. At the same time, another technology figure shares similar concerns. Elon Musk begins publicly warning about the dangers of uncontrolled AI. And that concern leads directly to the founding of OpenAI. Sam once warned that if one company dominates artificial intelligence and makes a serious mistake, the world could face something like a permanent, super-powerful dictator. That concern becomes the foundation. In 2015, Sam Altman and Elon Musk join forces. They bring in major names from Silicon Valley. Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, Peter Thiel, Jessica Livingston, leading artificial intelligence researchers. In January 2016, they recruit Ilya Sutskever as chief scientist, one of the most respected minds in machine learning. Together, they pledge over $1 billion in funding, although not all of it is eventually paid. The mission is ambitious. Build artificial general intelligence, systems smarter than humans, but develop it in a safe and open way. They call the organization OpenAI. It begins as a nonprofit. Research is shared openly. Papers are published publicly. The goal is to prevent any single company from controlling advanced AI without oversight. Excitement builds. The world watches closely. This feels like the responsible version of the future. But building extremely advanced AI requires enormous computing power and massive funding. Progress is slower than some expect. Elon Musk grows impatient. In early 2018, he pushes for greater control over the organization. Sam and the team resist. They do not want one individual holding ultimate authority. A power struggle develops. Elon leaves OpenAI. Publicly, it is described as a conflict of interest, since Tesla is also heavily invested in artificial intelligence. Musk stops contributing the remainder of his pledged funding. Suddenly, the nonprofit structure looks fragile. Supercomputers cost extraordinary amounts of money. In 2019, OpenAI announces a major restructuring. It creates a capped profit model. Investors can earn returns, but only up to a defined limit. Excess value flows back into the mission. Sam takes zero personal equity in OpenAI. Critics accuse the company of abandoning its original ideals. but the restructuring allows survival. Less than 6 months later, Microsoft invests $1 billion. In return, OpenAI gains access to massive cloud computing infrastructure. That partnership becomes a turning point. Then comes a defining moment. Late 2022, ChatGPT is released. The interface is simple. Type a question. Receive human-like answers. Adoption spreads at unprecedented speed. It becomes the fastest-growing consumer application in history. By early 2023, Microsoft invests another $10 billion. OpenAI technology is integrated into Bing, Office, and Windows. Google accelerates its own AI development. A global race begins. Companies compete to build larger and more capable models. Through the rapid expansion, Sam remains publicly measured. He argues that sharing powerful AI broadly is safer than concentrating it within a single organization. He speaks about democratization. At the same time, he acknowledges uncertainty. He openly states that superintelligence could be transformative or dangerous. Before releasing GPT-4, the team spends months on safety testing. They conduct red team exercises. They analyze potential misuse. They evaluate alignment. Sam repeatedly calls for government regulation. He supports oversight, structured testing, and transparency. OpenAI continues advancing. DALL-E generates images from text prompts. Sora produces realistic video content. Models become stronger in reasoning, coding, and scientific analysis. By 2026, AI agents become central. These systems do not just answer questions. They execute tasks. They manage calendars, book flights, draft emails, track preferences, assist with daily decisions. Sam describes a future where AI understands individuals deeply and supports them continuously. The company grows rapidly. Thousands of employees, valuations reaching hundreds of billions of dollars. Sam becomes one of the most influential figures in technology. Yet the underlying tension remains. What happens if development outpaces safety? In late 2023, internal conflict surfaces. The board unexpectedly removes Sam from his role. Concerns emerge about speed, governance, and safety direction. For a brief period, he is out. Employees rally behind him. Many threaten to resign. Investors react with alarm. Within days, the board reverses course. Sam returns stronger. The episode reveals both deep support and deep tension. The core dilemma remains clear. Move fast to compete, or move carefully to ensure safety. Sam insists both are necessary. He emphasizes alignment, ensuring AI systems act in accordance with human values. Before major releases, models undergo months of testing. In 2023, he testifies before the United States Congress. He states that regulatory oversight is necessary before irreversible mistakes occur. By 2026, he continues meeting with world leaders. He warns about misuse scenarios such as deepfakes, misinformation, and autonomous weapons. At the same time, development accelerates. OpenAI in 2026 appears dominant. AI agents expand in capability. Models demonstrate stronger reasoning across science, mathematics, and creative tasks. The global competition intensifies. China, Europe, and numerous startups invest heavily. Despite rising influence, Sam's public persona remains consistent. Measured voice, analytical mindset, forward-focused. He maintains no personal equity in OpenAI. He claims the mission matters more than ownership. Outside OpenAI, he invests in nuclear technology, fusion research, and long-term infrastructure ideas. He believes ambitious problems attract exceptional talent. When asked about the ultimate outcome, Sam acknowledges uncertainty. Best case, artificial intelligence becomes the most powerful tool humanity has ever created. It could reduce poverty, accelerate medical breakthroughs, and unlock new creativity. Worst case, it amplifies destructive forces or concentrates power dangerously. He repeats that the probability of negative outcomes is not zero. That awareness drives his focus on safety. Sam Altman saw the wave of artificial intelligence approaching. Instead of stepping aside, he chose to guide it. Whether history remembers him as the architect of a new golden age or the initiator of uncontrollable power remains unknown. The story is still unfolding, and Sam remains at the center of it. Okay, real talk. If you survived shadowing with me today, you're officially tougher than most people. This repetition plus consistency combo, it's boring on paper, but secretly, the cheat code to fluent, natural English. Keep showing up like this, and your brain will do the rest. Trust the process. Helped even a tiny bit? Throw me a like or subscribe so I know I'm not just talking to myself. Let's do this again soon. You've got this.